Hello everyone, today my team is going to present how to make a trigonometric graph. But before we make it, we have to assign the variables needed and helpful for us to graph it. So let's begin with a. A will always be the variable that multiplies cosine or sine, and we will not add its sign positive nor negative. Then we have k, which is the frequency, and in this case 4 because it multiplies the x. Then we will have b, the horizontal shift, which will be the result of us clearing the argument of the cosine or sine, which will be in this case pi halves over 4, having as a result pi eighths. Then what we will have furtherly is c. C will be the vertical shift. The vertical shift helps us to know if we have to go up or down. And in this case, it will be -1, as it is always the individual value. Then we will have the period, which is the amount of our graphs that repeat within 2 pi. So to get it, we will use 2 pi over k, in this case 4, giving us pi halves. Pi halves will also be the complete extent of our graph. Now what we will get, it's the end of our graph. So first we will use it as Pn. Then we will use the beginning as pi eighths plus pi 2, which is the whole pi halves, which is the whole extension. So as a result, well, first we need to have the same denominator, and we will add them, and finally we will have 5 pi eighths.
So after getting the result of the new limit, we start to graph based on the limits that we got above. So in this case, it starts in P8 and finishes in 5P8. And then for the x values is 2 over 3 negative and 4 over 3 negative. Those are the limits of the box, or in this case of the graph. So then we make our magic box.
So now that we drew our little box, we start graphing our cosine function, starting from the bottom to the middle, then to the top, then to the middle, and then again to the lower part. And we mark our starting point, which is pi eighths and -1. Then to get the x-intercept, we take y as a 0 and we start clearing everything out so we can get our x-intercept. So we do it like this until we have our cosine on the other side as an inverse cosine, in fact. So we keep clearing, and then we notice that in that clearing process we discovered that it wasn't necessary, because you could see it's bigger than 1, so it's not possible to have an x-intercept here. So that's not possible. So x is equal to doesn't exist.
Then, to find y, we put the operation after equalizing x to 0 directly in the calculator. The result gave us -1. To conclude, we have to find the domain and the range. The domain starts in p over 8 and ends in 5p over 8. The range starts in -4 over 3 and ends in -2 over 3.